I screwed up.
Oh, Gerry Cooney has entered the studio.
Nice. God
he likes to come in here on Fridays and punch people.
Jesus Christ.
You want to get punched, Mike Bocchetti?
Seriously?
No, not by Gerry.
Really, this goes wrong. This never goes well. This never goes well, ever.
No. When I do Fridays, the Cooney comes in and he fucks with people.
Go ahead, Gerry. No,
You got to tighten up on that food, bro.
I know, it's my fault. Right, I'm taking advice from you.
Who you guys picking this weekend? Hopkins or the young kid?
Yes. I think you got to go Hopkins. I think they're going to let him win it.
No, I'm not going to
I think the fix is in, brother.
Listen, there's no fix.
Dude, how frustrating. Hold on.
You're going to sit
Don't do what Bernard Hopkins did to us. Hold on a second. Whoa,
Holy shit. A guy started climbing on top of the console. What the fuck?
Right now, bro.
Let me talk to Gerry for 1 minute. 1 minute.
What's going on, baby?
I invited Gerry to come in and help me out with the Bernard Hopkins interview because obviously Gerry Cooney's a fucking legend. Of course. And he drove all the way in from Jersey to help me out, and he couldn't get a question asked.
Let me tell you something. My man Bernard, I love him, but once you get him started, man, he's like a Tonka toy. He don't stop. He went on to this one and to that one. I said, I know all that, but what about the fight? We're talking here for the fights.
Yeah.
We got some good questions out of him.
No, we didn't. Wait, there's a video that Paul...
You weren't listening, bro. I got some good shit out of him.
Man, there's a video that Paul put together. The whole video is us trying to ask him a question and him just steamrolling us. Right. Yeah, we asked him one thing, and he answered it for probably 10 straight minutes.
Well, and you know what?
It was a horrible interview. I'm not going to sit here and make believe it was one of my better ones.
Listen, and I'm going to tell you what that's about, right?
And you had... Hold on, and then...
Let me tell you something. He's worried. He's worried. That's what that was about. No, but he kept the air filled with talk because he's worried. He's 52, brother. Yeah. This young kid, he's fighting Joe Smith, can't punch. And, obviously, he picked him because he's green. Right. He's not in the game that long. But the kid is great shape. This kid went into a contest with he had 1 week to train for this, like, running through the mud, to jump in the house. He went 10,000 guys. He came in fourth.
Wow.
Over 10,000 people.
Spartan race.
He trained.
One of those Spartan races?
He trained for 1 week.
Wow. That's amazing.
You look like a Spartan guy. You a Spartan guy, bro?
Nah, man. Nah.
What do you look at me like that
No,
for, bro?
Mike
Bocchetti. Why are you saying he looks like a Spartan guy? You don't think he showered after rolling in the mud or something? What's going on with you?
Listen, Bernard Hopkins.
Sorry, John. No, that might have been a little too far. I apologize.
But did you see some of the interviews and the face-to-face? There's worry on Hopkins' face. Yeah. Obviously, that's normal.
Well, he hasn't fought in 2 years. This is his last fight. It's Joe Smith. He's from Long Island. He's 28 years old, I think, and has 18 knockouts, right?
Big punch, a great long jab. Yeah. If he uses that jab and stays not in front of Hopkins, he's got a shot to win. Yeah. If he uses the jab and stays off to the right. I gotta be honest, I forgot the fights this weekend. Yeah. I totally forgot. Also, HBO.
It's on HBO, okay.
Bermain Stavern is fighting Povetkin this weekend.
I don't know what that means.
Heavyweight division.
Jerry, if I went to your gym, I want to get him.
That was funny.
Mike, go ahead. What's the question?
I really don't know.
I love you, Jerry.
Vic is just on the couch.
How are you? I'm Craig. Nice to meet you.
Rolling Stones fan, right?
Yeah, huge Rolling Stones fan. Mike has a question
Jerry,
for you.
I want to ask you something, right? I want to get in great shape. No, I'm serious.
I said not now.
I want to get in great shape. I'd love to go to your gym. I got a lot of hostility, man. I want to let it out in the ring.
How many push-ups could you do right now for Gerry Cooney?
Don't do it.
How many push-ups?
How many push-ups can you do, Mike?
I just want to get in better shape.
How many push-ups could you do right now?
Mike, show him how much.
Forget that push-up. Maybe a half of one.
I was going to say fractions.
Military? No military, just a half.
Can you do 5 push-ups for Gerry Cooney right now?
I don't think so.
No, listen.
I'll give you $100.
I'll tell you. Here's a story, right? You get off of carbs for 1 month. No carbs. You can have chicken. You can have burgers. No bread. No desserts. No carbs. No orange juice.
No pussy.
A lot of water. For 1 month, you lose 30 pounds in a month. And then you come to the gym, then I knock you out, bro.
I want to learn how to fight, though. I love you. I think you're a legend, man.
Where do you live?
Staten Island.
With the mafia.
I'm in Jersey, so you come over here.
Yeah, I don't care traveling. I like to travel.
Look, I like that, bro.
No, I'd like to. I just love being. I love.
Yeah, well, but you got to get your shit together. How old are you?
55.
55, yeah. I thought you were like 60. No, I'm just kidding. Oh, good. Come on, see me. Brawl House, Mountainside, New Jersey, right after 22. Wrestling, jiu-jitsu, MMA, CrossFit, hot yoga. We'll put your ass in a hot yoga tank, bro. You won't make it out of there, bro.
You got the girls? You got the girls doing the hot yoga?
I seen a girl come out of hot yoga. She was so dehydrated. She came out like this. Her hands look like
well,
this.
how was her ass? I don't give a fuck about her hands. She's in the hot yoga.
That's cold, bro. She's about to die, bro. You think about her ass?
That's hot.
You think about her ass. You gotta be kidding me, bro.
She's about to die, bro. You thinking about her ass?
How you guys been?
We're good, Gerry.
Good to see you. Listen, great fights coming up next couple of months. We got some great fights. All good. I wanted to check in and see about the Hopkins.
What's in your ears?
That's my phones. Because, you get that phone in your ears. I'm always disconnecting myself.
Okay. I see. All right.
And this tells prevent, so I don't hear bells.
Right. Yeah, but Bernard Hopkins was frustrated.
No bells.
And then he looks right at Bocchetti. Bocchetti's getting scared.
No, Gerry will fucking kill 5 guys at once.
Of course.
Bocchetti, would you like to take a punch from Cooney?
No, man.
I can't do it no more, bro. I can't do it no more.
Why? What happened?
Because it's just not right, bro. It's I got this timing thing down, and I got a little power. I was telling the guys a story years ago when I met my wife.
Yeah.
She has a brother that's 6'4", big tough guy. He wanted to wrestle with me, box me, run against me, play basketball. One night I'm in a bad mood, and I'm at the house. It's about 20 by 20 room. He said, "Let's wrestle." I said, "Okay, you want to wrestle?" Every time I grabbed him, I slapped him on the floor 3 times inside of a minute.
Wow.
And you realize that we're just stronger.
Right.
Athletes are just stronger than the regular person.
Yeah.
And him, a lot stronger.
Bocchetti.
I'm just kidding. You're a good guy, right?
Thank you. I try to be. So, I want to get in good shape and let a lot of hostility out of me. That's good.
I recommend you don't do it. Don't do it. Hey, so everything's good?
Everything's good,
When
Gerry.
we're going to a game, I want you to do me a favor. I expect this from you,
No, me
bro.
and you were supposed to go to the Knicks. I know.
Let's go to a game sometime.
I'm off
They would
for
love to
a
see
couple
you.
weeks
They would
now.
love to see you there.
Yeah.
We get a nice sit down in the Club 200. We have dinner.
I'm there.
They walk us to the seats right on the court.
Let's do the Cavaliers.
Well,
You picked the biggest.
That was great.
you really suck.
Pick the best team in the NBA.
I want to see.
All right. How about
let's break
how about
down a
the
little
champs?
bit. Listen.
I want to see what kind of relationship we
listen.
have. Where do I rate? Am I like Golden State Warriors or or the Sixers?
Listen,
Where am
let's
I
break
at?
bread.
Where am I at?
You want to go right for the loaf right away? Take a little piece of
All
bread.
right, we'll do a little bread.
Pick a game in a couple weeks, and we'll go have some fun. They would love to see you there.
Go see my team, the
They'll put you
Phoenix
on the-
Suns.
Put you on the Trinitron up there, bro.
All right, so let's do this.
That's all right.
Did you just say Trinitron?
The big.
Did he say Trinitron?
Jumbotron.
Whatever.
Wow, you're
Sony Trinitron? You did that?
Me.
Oh, no.
We're setting up a title fight. There we go. I'm sitting back. I'm just going to film it.
Wow. He's giving you shit over there, Gerry.
Now to arrange a game.
Vic's had a couple pops in him.
I'm not a Rangers fan.
Okay.
I hate the Rangers. I'm an Islanders fan. Mm-hmm. And I kind of like the Nets a little bit. Kind of. But I like the Knicks much more.
All Islander fans are anti-Rangers, right?
You have to be.
Yeah, you got to be.
You can't jump on that one, man.
Yeah. Okay.
I know a lot of Mets fans.
All Islanders fans are like, they hate Rangers. They hate the Rangers.
No, it's vice versa. I got to give the Rangers fans some
kind of like
credit
Yankees
there, too.
fans, Mets fans.
Yeah, but you see the Mets fans go over to the Yankee side when their team's out.
Every time.
A little more than Islanders Rangers.
Every time I see a Boston guy, I always say, you must be a big Yankee fan.
Ooh.
They love that.
Wow.
They love that.
Yeah. And who's going to fuck with you, Gerry?
Yeah, they just got to take that shit. Here's what I like. He goes, they love that. I'm like, no, it's you.
Because if we said that, it would be a different result. That would be a different result. We'd be walking away with trying to find our teeth.
Exactly.
Celebrating Christmas, right?
Huh?
Christmas? What are you celebrating?
Christmas.
Christmas?
Festivus.
Christmas, and I'm Jewish.
Merry Christmas, everybody.
Merry Christmas.
Great time of year, man. It's all cool, man.
Couldn't you just say Merry Christmas? Why do you have to check on everyone?
Yeah,
nobody. I don't want to be offensive. To
it's not offensive.
I don't think it's offensive. I don't think anybody gets offended.
I like to be a little... watch myself like that. It's all good.
Wow. Gerry
It's a
keeping
great
himself
time
in
of year,
check.
And, I'm very excited. My son's coming home Tuesday from
How old your son?
University.
63.
He's 19 years old.
19 years old. 63.
Now, you don't have to tell me, do I want to give him a shot? Listen, I'm going to put him to sleep. Right out to sleep, bro.
It was the last time we saw Vic Henley alive.
He's going to see somebody leaning over and saying,
Just heckling from the back.
Get up.
Hold Holy fuck, do you have balls? Hash night did you well, my friend.
I love you guys, man.
Are you out?
I'm going to go home.
All right, buddy.
All right.
Lunch.
Jerry, pleasure to meet you.
Guys,
great.
Nice to meet you,
Great
buddy.
fights. Check out the fights tonight.
You're going home. You picked the perfect time to leave New York City.
I'm not going home. I got to go to my show.
Oh, you said you're going home.
93, folks. Tune in after this great show
93,
here.
okay.
93 Rush. Combat Channel.
Jerry's got big hands, man. He's got, I can't even imagine getting hit by those hands.
Put your hand up.
Well,
yeah.
Wow. Mike is
Imagine
giggling.
that around your dick, Mike.
No,
It's like
Oh,
right,
jeez.
Well, how he said, wow,
Peace, you guys.
Jerry, thank you.
Hello, everybody out there.
We're going to do the next soon, right?
Just give me 2 dates we're in, bro.
All right, we'll figure it out. Thank you, buddy.
Okay?
Yes.
Okay.
Say goodbye to Vic on your way out.
Mike loves him. Mike adores him. Bocchetti loves Jerry.
You love Gerry Cooney?
No, I mean, he's a legend. I love boxing, man, since childhood.
Give him a hug,
He's
Mike.
genuinely
Jerry, I'm
excited.
a
Huge fan of yours, Jerry.
Childhood, you're a legend.
Mike wants you to be
him a
his
hug.
friend.
Give
He
him a
wants you to
hug.
be his friend.
Give him a hug.
Oh, there you
Look
go.
at that. He got a little more than you bargained for.
Nice.
Oh, that was great.
Well done, Bocchetti. Wow, that was cool.
Cooney comes in here every Friday when we work. When we work Fridays, Cooney comes in.
That's perfect.
Yeah, but growing up, I've seen some of the best of them. I've seen him, Muhammad Ali.
He was
Fraser.
ridiculous.
I mean, those were great days.
Mike is blushing.
He sort of admitted that
he
sort of admitted that he fucked up his own career, though. He was partying a little too much. Probably could have done a little more with it.
Are we talking Mike or?
And we're out.
pretty much.
Santa Claus is coming to town by Springsteen.
Oh, no.
Well, we are. We're getting close to
Struts.
Yeah, we're getting close to the Struts. Do you still have time to take a quick break?
We got a whole bunch of people running in here waving their arms and making motions.
Yeah. Oh, Jerry's waiting the whole way.
Fuck, I might have said something wrong. He's coming back in. Oh, no, he's going the other way. Okay. All right, we can keep going until the Struts.
I thought he was dead.
Yeah?
When
All right.
walked in. He walked in here like 4 months ago, and I'm like, I was so happy. I'm like, I thought you were dead. I really did. And he fucking grabbed me, and he was totally funny. He didn't get mad one bit. It was totally
He's a good guy.
He's
man.
a great guy.
Really
You kidding me?
cool.
Fucking Gerry Cooney. Are you serious?
Oh, but Bernard Hopkins, holy fuck.
Steamrolled him.
Oh, my God.
Steamrolled him.
Yeah,
You hear that? He
did.
did try. He had accurate boxing questions to ask.
What was he afraid of? I'm trying to remember.
Yeah, I was here.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Was he scared you were going to ask him
No,
something?
see, I don't know if you were here because he truly just took over and nothing got done that
I'm
day.
actually never here. You want to know the truth?
But nothing got done.
You know what? I heard the aftermath of it because you guys talked about it.
Well, if you don't talk about it after the fact, then it's just a waste of radio.
Right. But I
try to. I mean, I'll take you inside a little bit. Then you try to make something out of it after the disaster.
But
Right.
Jerry
Sometimes it works.
had-
Sometimes it doesn't.
But Jerry had some legitimate, like training opponent. He had some real good boxing insight. And Hopkins just locked in on him and then steamrolled the whole fucking night.
And at one point, Jerry's like, "You got to listen. You got to listen. You got to listen." And he just wouldn't listen.
Right.
And oh, of course you were here, Vic, because then me and Vic talked in the elevator. We were frustrated because we're like, because he's a good talker and
he's smart.
And me and Vic were thinking, God, if we could just direct him just a little bit, that could have been pretty good.
And Jerry was trying. He was trying.
We all were.
Yeah, we all
were.
We had like 4 questions.
What was he talking about?
I don't know.
Okay,
Yeah, we don't know.
There you
No,
He was
go.
just talking.
I don't know.
He was just
Wow.
talking.
And we
Getting
all
out of the
took turns.
penitentiary.
We all
Wow.
took turns like, all right, your turn, and no one could get in.
Okay, all right.
No one
I
could
know.
get in.
Yeah, that's
Smart
when
guy.
things
It's
are
fucking-
bad.
He's the executioner, and we're trying to bring up a whole bunch of the De La Hoya. He's in business with De La Hoya, and yet they were fucking bitter enemies, and before they fought, and then they only fought once. And
You know what? It's on my YouTube channel, but it works as a radio bit. You want to play a little of this?
Yeah.
you can't hear it. Paul did a great
I actually
job.
want to hear the rhythm of it.
Paul did a great job.
Yeah,
I wanna
watch this. We just put together us all just trying to get a word in.
Yeah.
Oh, that's cool.
This
That's
is the whole video. This is the whole video. Us just trying to get a...
You lose the moment.
I agree.
you lose the moment.
Yes.
May I say
was
one
told
thing?
that from day one.
Right.
And said that I'm going to prove you wrong.
How did you rise
The third
above...
grade teacher.
Bernard, how did you rise above that,
Well,
though? Because it's easy
May
to
I
say.
say one thing
and-
first? May I just say
How did I
It's gonna be
rise?
hard.
How did you rise
What?
above all
It's
that?
gonna be
To become...
How did I rise above
As that-
that influence
to not put me in a position whether I sink or swim. You're dealing with a trainer that trains and a teacher that teach.
What about Joe Smith?
Today we have a lot of training in boxing until we get teachers to be able to teach the students.
Yeah, but Bernard, don't you realize
how to fight? That's sweet sign to be a fighter coming out of Harvard.
I know. I told Opie I only had one fight before you got.
Let me preach on.
I'm with you.
This of in an urban area in the 60s or the 70s, definitely in the 80s.
Bernard, you gotta listen.
Had the ghetto with
gotta
gyms
listen.
at every
You
point.
gotta listen.
You had the PAL, PL. You heard of PAL?
Sure.
They're really big in Philly than New York. He can go shoot dice. Win or lose and make a couple of grand right then and there.
But can you give me 1 second?
So the option between now and then is different. Listen, Jerry, stop it. Stop it. Listen, that sacrifice is in 90% of what we become when it's all said and done.
That being said,
unfortunately, some of that sacrifice still never get there.
Bernard, for a second, when you get that itch to go back to check,
and I'll tell you one thing between you and me. Take a breath. I'll tell you one thing.
If I take a breath, I'll stop breathing.
I know.
But let me
For 1 second.
But let me tell you, if I take a breath, I'll
got
stop
CPR.
breathing. And you're going to give me CPR, and I didn't brush my teeth this morning.
That's all right.
But then the Buster Douglas of the world will get their name off of Mike Tyson.
Yeah. All right, now listen. I got one story.
That's perfect.
Bernard, I like that spit. Bernard, here's what I'm going to tell you. Right, I'm going to tell you something. Right, listen to me.
I'm killing
I got to ask this question.
I'm killing this interview.
That was amazing.
Wow.
I'm killing this interview.
Did you?
Frustrating.
All right, here's my first takeaway with that is
I'm killing
Kirk
this
Fox has that look where where someone's staring at you and you're trying to stare back and your eyes are getting dry. That's what Kirk had that look of on his face. Like, yes, I'm trying to stay locked in with you, but I'm very uncomfortable and my eyes are starting to dry up and I'm starting to blink a lot. Yeah, that was
amazing.
Well, I've never seen anything like that before. I thought I thought you guys had exaggerated, and I thought that if I heard the audio that I would find moments where I could have crowbarred. But yeah, that was amazing.
And you hear Gerry Cooney just trying to be polite.
That makes me love Gerry Cooney.
Well, I love Gerry Cooney.
That made me love Gerry Cooney.
I've loved Cooney since I figured out he was alive. I loved him before, and he walked in there. I'm like, oh my God, Jesus, you're alive.
You guys want Cousin Brucie for a minute? He's a legend.
What?
You know Cousin Brucie?
I stopped him in the hallway for a picture.
The real cousin?
2 weeks ago. I got a picture 2 weeks ago.
Cooney, get
Oh my God, that is Cousin Brucie.
Right. Till we got 1,100 years of show business.
I want to bow.
Here he comes. Here he comes. Yeah.
Bow to a legend.
No, I did a picture like 2 or 3 weeks ago.
Cousin
Brucie. Come on.
You?
Say hi, Cousin Brucie.
Christmas party.
Yes,
none of us were invited to.
He's taking his coat off.
I know.
Whoa.
Man's a pro.
Look at that.
Goddamn Cousin Brucie.
What's up, Cousin Brucie?
Did someone say GD?
Sorry, Brucie. My bad. No,
There you go. That's right.
I know. I apologize.
Hi, boys and girls.
I just saw you on PBS.
For what?
Nothing. I was lying. On those fundraisers. He's always on the fundraiser.
Always on something.
Yeah.
Hey, how do you do? How do you do?
Good to see you.
All
right.
Chuck
Nice.
Nice.
Yes.
Mike Bocchetti, Vic Henley.
I'm Craig.
Gass.
Nice to meet you.
Hey, guys.
How are you?
So what are we doing here?
Oh, nothing. That's why
all this food. I mean, isn't this an awful lot of food for just a few guys? What is the front and rib doing here? I get popcorn. What are you guys doing with front and rib?
That's why you're doing so well.
You got popcorn?
We would like some popcorn.
I'd love some popcorn.
Yeah, we would love some popcorn.
Yeah, when you have prime rib all the time, popcorn's a treat.
We talked to Dennis. We talked to Dennis Quaid earlier, and we got a little Great Balls of Fire going. Do you have a Jerry Lee story or a moment or something?
What kind of story?
Jerry Lee Lewis.
Jerry Lee Lewis.
We were thinking you would know something about this.
A couple things come to mind. I was in Memphis doing a television show.
Here we go.
And it's about, we finished the show. It's about, thank you. It's about, it's about 2 a.m.
Yeah.
And I found out that Jerry Lee was going to be appearing in some little honky-tonk about an hour and a half ride. So I think for Jerry Lewis, I don't care what time it is, I'm going to go see him. Yeah. I never really saw him live in his habitat.
Yeah.
So we get down to this little honky-tonk, the Do-Drop In or something, whatever the heck it is. I get in there, there's like 5 people. I think there's 5 people in there, and there's this guy blasting the hell out of a piano. I mean, really, with the elbows and the knees and the hands. And I look around, he turned around, and there it was, Jerry Lee Lewis. So it was me, my wife, and 5 other people. And he put on a performance that might as well have been in the stadium, in Chase Stadium, and the guy just completely whacked it out.
Right.
It's terrific. Now, the next story I have, if you like another one, is right here up at Sirius. We'll bring it closer to home. All right. I'm doing a although not too much closer.
The last story will be in the studio. A story that took place here with Gerry Cooney 5 minutes ago.
So I walk in, I'm doing an interview, and they said, hey, there's a guy waiting for you in the studio, whatever the heck it was. Yeah. I said, great. Let me see who it is. So I walk in the studio, and there's this kind of heavy-set guy. He's heavier than when I first saw him. Yeah. And he's like with a big cigar in his mouth, and he's lying on the chair. You know, some people just think the chair is an airliner that you can go to sleep on. And there's this guy on the airliner chair here at Sirius, and he turns around, and I didn't recognize him at first, but the cigar gave him away. Cigar, the haircut still kind of golden and everything with a cigar. There was Jerry Lee Lewis in my home studio.
Wow.
Couldn't believe it. Wow. And he says, howdy. How you doing? And I interviewed him. Every other word was howdy. What's going on with your career? I mean, is everything well? You're doing well? You're working? Howdy! No, we had a great interview. And, he's just, he's magic. Yeah.
These guys just magic. Did you tell him you saw the show with the 5 people?
Yeah. Oh, I did. Yeah. He remembered it. He didn't remember the dude drop in because it was something else, but whatever it was. He remembered. He said he's still doing those once in a while. It keeps him in shape.
Sure.
I mean, this guy's not a spring chicken anymore.
How old?
But boy, he's good. He's really good.
What about the Beatles? Give us one Beatles story. You knew him back when no one knew him yet.
With the Beatles?
Yes.
Yeah, don't look at me, Bruce.
Beatles, which one do you want? Do we how many hours do we have, guys?
How about like one of the first times they were in New York?
All right. How about Chase Stadium?
There you go.
You were at
introduced him.
Trump.
Trump. I beg your pardon. Is political?
Sorry,
no. Oh, don't say that.
Making a reference.
Anyway, I got a call when I like to MC the show with Ed Sullivan at Shea Stadium. I said, well, are you kidding? Of course. I'd love to do it. So we get to Shea Stadium, and we're there. Sullivan's there, scared stiff. He knew about the Beatles, I think, through a few other people. He never really heard the Beatles. Right. He didn't know what he was, but he was going to introduce them with me. And we're waiting there, and there comes this armored car come through. If you remember, they came in by an armored security car.
Yeah.
And we're down below in the dugout. And there I am with Lennon and Paul McCartney. Ringo and George were doing something else. And McCartney comes over and he says to me, Cousin Brucie, and then John interrupts him and says, excuse me. And he grabs my hand and says, let me talk to him. Is this dangerous? Cousin. They call me cousin. Cousin. Right? That's a little Liverpolian for the liver birds, Liverpolian for cousin. So, cousin, is this dangerous? I said, well, I don't think so. First of all, you couldn't hear anything. The cacophony was like, I don't know what the decibels, but all I tell you, I swear, if Con Edison would have turned off their electricity that night, that's our utility here in New York, folks. Con Edison turned off there was so much electricity that it would have generated the electricity just on the excitement, right? And I said to him, it's not dangerous. These people are here just to be with you. Of course, I knew I was lying.
You're on your own, kids. I'm taking the 7 train and getting the fuck out of here.
I said to him, no. So anyway, let me know. Just fast forward for a few minutes. Fast forward for a few moments. They go get made up and everything. Yeah. Sullivan and I are given the cue. Yeah. Ed Sullivan, if you remember Ed Sullivan, the Beatles, a beautiful show. He heard of the Beatles, I think, 4 days before the actual show. He wasn't exactly into this music. So we're walking up, I call it the scaffolding. We're at the home base. Yeah. You've seen these pictures. They were on PBS and television. Sure. And we're walking up. Sullivan's in front of me. I'm like a half a step before, after him. And Sullivan turns around to me. And by the way, you couldn't really hear. There was so much excitement. And it was, 65,000, 70,000 screaming, wild, mostly young women. I mean, they weren't there, of course, trouble. They were just, wow. I mean, this was amazing, like giving birth to something. This is some of their first orgasms. I mean, this was an amazing situation.
Wow, that is some
so we're walking up this thing. It was a good. See, nobody ever said that on the. And Sullivan turns on. He says, Cousin Brucie, is this going to be dangerous? Same thing. Well, I've always wanted to get him for some reason. It was something I never loved about Sullivan. It was all right, but I knew it was a phony as far as the Beatles. Yeah. And I looked at him and I said, I'm going to get him. Is it dangerous, Ed? I said, very. So he looks me in the eyes. If you remember, his eyes pop open wide. He said, very? Very.
Yeah.
2 more steps. We go up. We're almost at the top of the scaffold. We went to introduce him. And he says, what do we do? And I said, I got this son of a gun. I got him. And I said, pray. And he looked at me in those eyes and he said, pray? And we went up there. Now, the postscript of this whole thing, nothing happened of any negativism at that show. Nobody was hurt. Nobody got, creamed. There was no fights, nothing. Cops and the NYPD security did a great job. No after the introduction of the Beatles, when they came on, which nobody heard them singing anyhow, they couldn't even hear each other. There was so much noise there. In fact, I believe this was the last show they really sang in full. They did the yeah, because you couldn't hear. You couldn't hear a thing.
So because I've heard that. I think you told me if you were at that show, you actually did not hear the Beatles.
No. Can I tell you a funny thing?
So crazy.
I'll skip about a month or two ago.
Yeah.
I get a DVD. Excuse me, a DVD in the mail.
Yeah.
And this was the first time DVD was that Shea Stadium show.
Right.
First time I ever heard it. I was there. No, you honestly, that's no baloney. That was the first time. And here it's what year was it? I don't even know. I didn't want to think about the year. It's going too fast. But after the introducing, to end this story quickly, almost out of time.
Yeah,
never ask Cousin Brucie a question. Unless you want a treaty. I escorted the
first time he's been able to talk more than 15 seconds between records.
The skirt of Shea Stadium to keep the kids. We were prying the kids. There was chicken wire to hold them back up on the lower fields. We were prying the kids off. Yeah. But the kids were there just there to have a great time. Right. But once again, nobody got hurt. NYPD got a great time, and then Con Edison was able to turn their turbines on again.
Okay, nice.
Thank you for letting me tell the story. I love telling that story.
Are you kidding me? That was amazing.
We just got to get out of here because we're going down the hall and we got a band playing today, the Struts. But Cousin Brucie,
great talking to you. Happy holidays, everybody.
Fabulous,
a legend.
Man. Yes, sir.
A legend, Cousin Brucie. Happy holidays, Merry Christmas,
Happy holidays, Brucie, buddy.
Thank you, buddy. I appreciate that. Cousin
that was awesome. Yeah, that was really cool.
I could listen to him talk about
anything.
Are you kidding me?
Right?
That was
He was at Shea Stadium for the Beatles. Do you understand? Well, I know you do. Do people understand that? It started with the Beatles, and he was there.
A month ago, I'm like, dude, he had no idea. I just ran over to him, and I grabbed Lewis. I'm like, Lewis, take my fucking picture with Cousin Brucie right now. And he's like, why? And I'm like, because I want to, because it's goddamn Cousin Brucie.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
If you think about NASA sending up a capsule into space, and they wanted to put 3 things that represented humanity, one of the things was a Beatles song. So for Brucie to be at the most famous show in pop culture history is, I mean, that's amazing.
That's good stuff.
I saw you taking pictures.
Yeah, I mean, it was when Cooney came in, I was doing all the stuff on my Snapchat. I was like, holy shit, this is amazing. The guys are just walking in. Cooney was awesome. That was incredible. And I got to say, your audience has been incredible to me this week. Thank you to everyone who's tweeted me and sent me messages. I've had a great time hanging out, and you let me just fuck around. It's been the easiest, most effortless time hanging out on a radio show.
Craig,
Thank you for letting me come back.
Don't worry about it. You can come back.
You'll be back.
It really has been fun. The audience has just been, they've been really cool to me. And I'm part of the audience. I get it. I've been listening. So
Craig, we're going to be doing more radio. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge.
All right.
Coming back with the Struts.
All right.
I don't know why these guys aren't going to be there, but me and you will be talking to the Struts.
Yeah. The Struts are fucking awesome.
Why don't you want to talk to the Struts, Vic?
Because it's Letterman on Thursday.
You don't like the Struts, Chuck?
No, I got to tell you something.
That's weird. It's
I
just
like
going to be
them
me
now,
and you talking to the Struts, Craig.
And the reason is because I got to be honest.
Yeah.
For some reason, I hate this fucking band so much.
But they're fucking awesome.
But they're so amazing. They're so great.
So goddamn good.
So good.
You know what? In 20-30 years, we'll be the Cousin Brucies walking into somebody's studio talking about how we saw the Struts perform for just a couple of us.
Nice.
All right, me and Craig are going to go down the hall and talk to the Struts, and we only have 30 seconds to time this out perfectly. I don't know why we're timing it out perfectly if we're going down and talking to this band. A little strange.
Chuck,
Craig,
what's your favorite
I was saying
song?
thank you to the audience because I was saying that in lieu of a plug before we went to commercial. That's why I was saying that. So,
Christmas song.
Craig Gass, thank you so much. We're going to take a break. We're going to come back with the Struts. They're going to perform I think it was 3 songs. I mean, they're going to be performing 2, maybe 3 songs.
I want them to do Roll Up, as long as they start out with Roll Up, because that's my whole story.
Boy, I sure hope that's the first song.
Yeah.
All right, we got to go.
Opie Radio is back.
I owe the Struts a huge apology because I did 2 shows. I got offered 2 shows last year to open for Motley Crue, doing stand-up on the arena tour. And one of the guys in the band, Tommy Lee, said, hey, we should have you do our final show on New Year's Eve. Come perform. And we'll do it. And I was like, yeah. And I was gunning for that show on New Year's Eve. And then I was finally told, you know what? They decided to go with a band. And I said, well, who's the band? And they said, the Struts. And I went, who are the Struts? I've never even heard of the Struts. Who are they? And I was mad at you. I didn't even know who you guys were. I held a resentment against 4 nice guys who I've never met before. And I walked into the arena saying, I'm going to watch these guys come and do the thing. And this fucking guy, I'm pointing at Luke, walks out on stage and starts singing a cappella. And the entire arena goes, what the fuck? And it was an arena full of 40-year-old guys, half of which are still doing coke, staring at this band, and this guy walks up and destroys.
Okay, there it is. I was wondering when the story would turn and there would be a compliment.
I was floored. There's nobody, no new music that is exciting at all. And these guys walk out and he sings. That is the biggest balls I've ever seen. It was 20,000 people there to say goodbye to Motley Crue. It's their final show ever as a band. And these guys walk out and make everyone go, whoa, who the fuck is this?
Luke, you didn't give a fuck, right? You walked right out there and said, watch this.
Well, it was goodbye Motley Crue, hello the Struts.
Yeah. It was nuts. I couldn't believe it. And I just felt horrible.
Did you feel like the acapella wasn't going to go over with this crowd and it ended up going over very well?
You got to hear it. Can we do the song so I can show them? Do you mind if we do it? It's called Roll Up was the first song they did.
Let's do it.
All right, here we go. This is the song that 20,000 people did not want to hear and all turned.
I wake up at 1, my day just begun, say hello to the sun. I'm feeling sublime, the weather is fine, so I'm gonna shine in the finest of clubs, the best country pubs, nobody will stop me. So now, whatever I wear, it's gotta have flair, so your people can stare and knock at your eye. When I walk on by, nobody will stop me. I'll take it slow, I'll welcome you in with kittens and gin, the perfect of sins, baby. Then I'll undress in my teeth to see what's beneath my nailed silken briefs. In my boudoir, with je ne sais quoi, nobody will stop me. Oh, come on. So come take my hand, let's start the show. Strike up the band and yours. See, everybody wants. Roll up, for satisfaction. Everybody wants, everybody needs. Get up, to get some action. It's that
That's a fucking song. That is a fucking song. I told you, man.
Now I get your story.
Yeah, that is a fucking song.
That's amazing.
And then Guns N' Roses invites him out to go do a stadium show, and they do the same thing in a stadium. And it just takes balls.
Well, let's talk to these guys a little bit.
All right.
Because you also opened up for the Rolling Stones as well, which was
That's true. Yeah.
That had to be pretty cool.
That was good, yeah.
Yeah. So you guys came from Buffalo last night or today?
Yeah, we did this crazy sort of like radio performance, like secret show in this brewery, and everyone was just absolutely shit-faced. And actually someone tripped over my monitor and spilt a beer all over Adam's pedal boards, and then the beer sort of like first of all landed on his face, and then
an audience member was walking up on stage.
Oh yeah, they were. Well, the stage was on the floor. It was in sort of like a bar, so we didn't even have a raised platform or any any fencing to block. To block any of the audience.
But I would imagine those type of shows could be really a lot of fun, no?
No, they're horrible.
Oh, yeah,
But
he's honest at least.
It reminded us of the good old days, to be fair. It goes back to sort of England and France 4 or 5 years ago, playing those the smaller ones. Bless the guy, he was trying to bring Luke a beer. He looked so happy.
I don't think he was.
I didn't see the monitor.
He was there apparently from 2 p.m, like drinking in the bar, and we didn't go on till sort of like 7 at least. So he was hammering them down.
Yeah, that's some good pre-gaming right there. And then you had to drive from Buffalo to New York City because we're getting hammered with snow in Western New York.
Well, yeah, we drove all the way through the night last night. We actually left a lot earlier because we were going to get caught in the snow. So
right.
So talking about the old days, when you're saying you remember playing some really shitty gigs, as comedians, we all have horrifying experiences where we have to perform in front of 4 people who don't give a shit. Is it? At least you have a power chord that you can play to drown people out when they're not into it. But are there any shows where something happened where somebody in the audience just took it away from you? They just took away your cool by doing something in the audience?
Yeah, there has been moments. But even sort of like recently, we did this show. Actually, it was pretty much my fault. I was kind of like a little bit enthusiastic, and I thought it was funny at the time, and then it immediately turned on me. So we're playing in this kind of like middle America, like, does anyone remember where it was?
I thought it was actually Buffalo. Are you on about when you poured the drink?
Yeah.
Right. Yeah, that was in Buffalo.
Yeah, so it was in Buffalo.
It was in Buffalo.
Yeah.
Buffalo
which is hilarious. So
Bad Luck City.
Yeah. We're there, and they're like, I had quite a lot to drink before we went on, as I did, and then, so I had my whiskey and coke, and then this girl on the front row, and she was, really into it, and she was like, "Woo! What are you drinking?" And I was like, I said, "We'll find out," and I just poured it all over her.
Oh, right? Beautiful!
In the heat of the moment, I was like, people are gonna love it, like woo! And of course, everyone started to cheer, and she took it so wrong, and she was like, "You fucking asshole!" And then she then like she starts to throw stuff at me. She goes through her handbag and starts throwing like nail polish at me from the back of the room. She goes through the crowd. Her boyfriend's pulling her back, and he doesn't really know what to do. And then she goes to the merch table. Yeah. She goes to the merch table and she flips it up.
Wow.
And then like just runs out the venue. She's like, "I'm going to fucking kill that guy."
Wow. Oh, she didn't take it the right way.
And that girl grew up to be the man who walked across the stage last night and knocked him out.
After a sex change.
Yeah.
Wow. No, I was asking about driving from Buffalo to New York because we got an email that you guys didn't want to be filmed today. So you guys, didn't sleep or shower or any of that shit yet, no?
You can smell us.
Yeah. Do you guys still live out of a bus, or do you get to do the hotels? A little of both?
Bus, pretty much.
Bus, yeah.
We once told a guy, actually, in San Diego, he said, where do you live? We said, from a suitcase. And he's like, "I think I know. That's near Brighton."
Really? I can't even imagine. I tried to watch some interview clips to last night, and at least 5 of them asked the same first 3 questions, and I went, I just felt bad for you guys.
Oh, mate,
did we ask any of those questions?
No. I just want to know what it's like to be cool. That's all I want to know.
Can I guess what the questions were?
Go ahead.
You started liking gospel?
Oh, that's actually something that if you do your research, you find out that Luke's parents religious. You grew up listening to gospel music.
Yeah,
is that where the name Luke comes from?
So the first music you really got into was gospel.
Well, getting into it and listening to it, I think, are two different things.
It's forced on.
Okay. But that was my first
it was your
exposure
introduction
to live music.
Yeah. But when do you first get galvanized with like, oh, fuck, that is cool?
What, gospel music?
No, I mean in terms of music, period.
Sort of like early mid-teens, Sort of like in my younger years, it was very Michael Jackson led, and then from that was, a lot of Motown, like, from those compilations. And then I found James Brown from that. Nice. And then it sort of went on to the more sort of like classic rock.
Led Zeppelin, Queen.
Yeah.
But going back to Michael Jackson, it was Off the Wall, right? That album? Don't Stop Till You Get Enough is one of my favorite pop songs ever. Do you guys do that as a goof, or maybe not even as a goof?
I don't know.
Have you ever played it?
No. I don't think anyone's attempted to cover that song.
It's a tough
For good
one?
reason, actually.
Yeah. Was that one of the 3 questions, Craig?
No, the first question is always, and I felt bad because the third clip I happened to watch started with the same first question, how did you meet? And Luke goes, I met Adam when I was hooked, and he started. you could tell that he just went, okay, here we go again. We'll turn the switch on and let's do it. For me, it's just there's this cool thing that I don't know. Of the 4 of you, whose would you say is the most insecure of the 4 of you? Like, are you all have a lot of insecurities?
Or my God, I don't think any one of these guys will admit that.
But
it's tough to admit that you're the insecure one.
I think everyone's. I think
everyone has it. Right?
Everyone's I know I'm very insecure. I think everyone's really insecure. I think that's the only reason why you do music or get into it anyway.
But I think it's such a cool thing if you have any insecurities to create something that automatically changes the playing field to where girls, and they have no idea that you're an insecure guy, but a girl comes up and is mesmerized that you're in a cool band, and you go, okay, I got, like it's gotta be.
Well, so are you the most insecure, Luke?
I don't know. It's a
the
matter
band
of
is
opinion,
kind of
isn't
smiling behind your back right now.
I don't think Gethin's very insecure.
No,
Gethin's probably the most free, easy.
Yeah, maybe that's his front.
I'm pretty insecure.
Yeah. Gethin's hiding behind a cage back there.
If Luke had his way, we'd have that cage all the time.
He's Bubble Boy.
I'm in here with my insecurities.
Living in a bubble.
Good old Bubble Boy and his drum set. That's the weirdest setup every time we come in here for live bands.
I love it. It's great.
Yeah. Could you guys do another song for us?
Yeah, absolutely.
What would you like to play?
Geth, what do you want to play?
Can we do an insecure version of Kiss This, please?
Kiss This! Let's do it!
Second chances, another phone call, ignored. You're back for me. but I'm gone for good. And I did all I could. So kiss it one more time, and I'm gone for good. Say you, give it misunderstood. So kiss it one last time, and I'm gone for good. Can I get a little? Kisses one more time, one more time. Did all I could. So kisses one more time, and I'm gone for good. Say you misunderstood. So kisses one last time, and I'm gone for good. Can I get a little?
Wow. Yeah, that's all right, man. The Struts.
Fuck yeah. Oh my God. Listen, I haven't done coke in 12 years, and it's kind of a funny story. I'm a drug addict. That's the story. But if I could hang out with the Struts on their tour bus, I would fucking start partying with them tonight. I would want to go on tour
After 12 years being sober.
After 12 years of being clean, this is a band I would want to.
I got an observation. I want to thank Luke for not singing to us, and he was singing to the wall, and I actually appreciate that.
Yeah,
because it's just two guys watching these guys.
And I intentionally am not making eye contact with them because I don't want them to feel
It's
weird.
We're all acknowledging it's a little weird in here. So Luke is like, I'm going to sing to the wall over there. I hope you guys don't mind.
That song, by the way.
That's a great song.
Kiss This. Who did that? Who's the girl? Who got fucked over in that scenario?
It was my ex-girlfriend with the old drummer.
What?
For real?
Are you serious? Oh.
That's
Like
why that's why Guest's in the bubble now, to keep him safe from
Wow, that's like my Eddie Van Halen story where the assistant was fucking my ex-girlfriend. Wow, that is fucked up. So that's why the drummer...
Where's the drummer now? What is he up to?
I'm not really sure.
They got a great song out of it, though.
They left the band, well, kind of mutually, I don't know. But then it happened after that, so it wasn't like that was the reason why.
You found out later then.
Yeah, we got forced to kick them out, and then it all kind of really went tits up
after that.
And then you fucking around with a song, and then that kind of the story bleeds into that song, and.
Well, yeah, I remember we were writing, and then the Kiss This thing came, and we was like, oh, that's really strong. And then, because it was really recent, it was still very fresh. So we thought, you know what, let's just kind of immortalize the experience, And it was good. It's nice to get it on paper.
And you got a great song out of it, too.
Was there anybody who's close to you guys who said, is that about, they're guessing it right?
Well, yeah, in the verse you got Thomas, which was his second name.
Well, that was his last name. Yeah, we didn't make it too obvious. But
It would have been his first, but it was not enough syllables.
When you're writing, is it like as a comedian? When I write with other guys, I've learned to develop this thing of not taking it personally when I have an idea that gets shot down. Is that tough when you're writing songs? When one guy hey, this is great, and everyone, and the other three guys go, is that tough for you guys? Is that?
I think it's part and parcel of writing and stuff like that. Like, you know, bringing your ideas to the table. At first, it hurts to be like, oh, when you think something's great, like you say, but I think that mainly makes you a better writer because it, you know, and you have to have thick skin if you have ideas and you're trying to write with other people.
Yeah, I think you know really deep down in your hearts like how strong something is because you're all hearing the same thing.
Yeah.
You know, it's not like, I know music can be subject to, you know, in terms of like opinion, but if you really have something which is really exciting and it's genuine, then everyone else is going to really like it, you know. But if you're kind of like, you know, I think this is good. Right. You know, I'm 85% certain it's good. You got to be like 100% certain that this is special.
But I think that's where you develop the thick skin. Is that you get a rejection and then, you know, I feel like that would affect me the next time I come to the table with an idea. If I get rejected for an idea, like, maybe this isn't.
Some of these songs just come together because you just know going in. I mean, if you learn about the Rolling Stones and these other massive bands, a lot of their greatest songs came out of nowhere and quickly.
That's what's crazy about this sound is it's got a classic sound to it. There's something that's real and raw and classic to it. And I know you get a lot of comparisons to Mick Jagger and Freddie Mercury, and I wonder, and I mean this with all due respect. Did you ever ask your mom? Did you meet Freddie Mercury? Did you ever ask her like, what's going on here? Because I'm looking a lot like this guy, and I sound a lot like this guy.
No, you got a funny story about that though.
About Freddie?
I said it in an interview once.
Yeah, what'd you say?
And I said basically along the lines of what you said.
Yeah,
and
Mick
that
Jagger,
Luke's mum had slept with Mick Jagger years ago.
Oh yeah, this was good.
And then I get a message on Facebook from Luke's dad, and he's like, "Hello, Jed. I just wanted to say I thought you were a really lovely, respectable young man, but I've just seen you in a recent interview claim that my wife slept with Mick Jagger, and it's going on, and I phoned Luke, and I'm like, mate, I've really pissed your dad off. I'm so sorry."
Wow.
And I sent this message, and I was like, I've got nothing but respect for your family. Yeah. And then Luke just goes, lol. He was like, yeah, I hacked my dad's Facebook. That was me.
That's awesome.
No, it was the moment of that. Freaking. It was literally like 2 paragraphs long. Like, Lawson, I'm so sorry. You know, I would never do that. And then like, I just sat there and just put, lol. And that was it.
That is awesome.
That is hilarious.
The only thing that would have been better than that is to do it as his dad on the Facebook page, like other parents do. Yeah. Like your aunt has cancer, like in the middle of a comment. I'm like, Mom, get off my page!
Right, exactly.
I'm trying to do stuff here.
I love when the old people put LOL. There's lots of love, and it's like, I'm really sorry to hear about the death of your father.
Right?
LOL.
Yeah. Do you, with your parents being religious, according to them, are you going to hell?
I think a lot of people are going to hell in terms of I don't know. It's pretty fucked up, isn't it? I mean, I think that's, you know, as I started to get older, you know, the fact that Gandhi's going to hell kind of, I have a hard time believing, and it makes you question a lot of things. So
you still have a strong faith?
You know what? I think the best thing about today is, you know, with the internet, etc. I think people are growing up with more religious point of views and sort of like spiritual ideas at their fingertips more than ever. So I think, I think it's just a question that, you know, hasn't been answered properly yet.
Right.
And it's still being figured out. You know?
That's a great take on that. Because when we were growing up, they said you're Catholic, and that was it. You didn't have a chance to kind of explore other religions and maybe take a little something from a whole bunch of different ones.
And as a result, you felt uncomfortable with other people's religions because you didn't understand it.
Yeah, to a point. I'm not a fan of organized religion in general, but are your parents still very religious, and what do they think of your success?
Yeah, you know, I think it's funny, isn't it? You know, parents kind of grow up with their kids and sort of like, I think they cringe a little bit of, you know, some of the things they kind of pushed on us as children. Yeah. And I don't think they would have done it now, knowing what they know. And, you know, they're really happy. You know, like my dad's a musician, you know, like I said, so he's always ringing me up like, I've got a great song title for you, Luke, and stuff like that. So you know, they're both really supportive. So I'm very lucky.
Has he tried to change the lyrics of any of the songs over the years?
No. I mean, you know, at the end of the day, I'm perfectly honest, and apart from that Kiss This song, none of them really are from any sort of like real experience, and most of it is sort of like based on characters and caricatures.
Roll Up is a great character song.
Exactly, it's not me whatsoever.
Yeah.
And it's so funny. It's the same with the videos as well. We did a video for a song called Could Have Been Me, and it's us like rolling around with Jack Daniels and like topless models everywhere, and then like people are meet and greet like, "Yo, Lou, let me buy you a shot, man." They think that's what reality is.
Who filmed that video? It's a great video.
Jonas Ackerlund. He's a fantastic.
He did a great job with that. I recommend people check that out on YouTube.
It's like a documentary.
Yeah, absolutely. Could we get one more song out of you guys today?
Should we do? What is it? That one?
You can get that very song.
Yeah.
Right on. We're talking to the Struts. Check this out.
Sweet. I love this fucking song.
Don't wanna live as an untold story. Rather go out in a blaze of glory. I can't hear you. I don't hear you. I'll live now 'cause the bad die last. Dodging bullets with your broken past. I can't hear you. I don't hear you now. Wrapped in your regret. What a way to stop blood and sweat. Oh, I wanna taste love and pain. Wanna feel pride and shame. I don't wanna take my time. Don't wanna waste one life. I wanna live better days. Never look back and say it could have been me. It could have been me. Don't wanna live as an unsung melody. I'd rather listen to the silence telling me I can't hear you. I don't hear you. Don't wanna wake up on a Monday morning. The thought of work is getting my skin caught in. I can't hear you. I don't hear you now. Wrapped in your regret. What a waste of blood and sweat. Oh, I wanna taste love and pain. Wanna feel pride and shame. Don't wanna take my time. Don't wanna waste one life. I wanna live better days. Never look back and say it could have been me. It could have been me. Oh, come on, baby. Hey. You gotta do it, baby. You gotta do it. It could have been me. It could have been me. I wanna taste love and pain. Wanna feel pride and shame. I don't wanna take my time. Don't wanna waste one life. I wanna live better days. Never look back and say it could have been me. It could have been me. Oh, yeah.
Oh my God! You got to be kidding me. The Struts. That is amazing. You guys got rock anthems, man.
Thank you.
I can't wait to see you guys in a huge venue.
They've been doing them, and they're doing, and all their shows around here are sold out.
But I can't, fake this. I didn't know much about you guys until Craig guessed. He's like, you got to get this band on the show.
Yeah,
and I'm glad we did.
It was that roll-up clip. I said, I got to find a clip that matches what I saw when I walked into the arena. And again, I can't overestimate enough how insane that was for a relatively unknown band to walk out onto an arena stage and start singing a cappella. That blew my fucking mind. And you pulled it off, and you could feel the whole arena go, okay. And they were open to the idea of like, all right, well, let's see what you got. And they killed. And for the next 45 minutes, the whole arena was going, who the fuck is this band?
I got to ask, when you opened up for the Stones, did you get to meet them?
Yeah.
And were they cool to you? What did they say?
Lovely.
So, we was watching the sound check, and, well, it was very lucky, actually. I don't think we would have probably met them. But, yeah, Mick Jagger was walking past, and I think, we clocked eyes, and he obviously recognised us and knew that we were a support band. So, nice enough, he came over and sort of said hello and talked about the venue and said it was nice to have us and stuff, and kind of shook our hands and then kind of walked off, really.
Does anyone say or do anything embarrassing at that moment? Did anybody lose their cool? Have you lost your cool in front of anybody?
That was the one person I thought I would, but I was actually pretty cool and kind of kept it together. It was funny. He was sort of saying, I was like, it should be good tonight. And he was like, yeah, we were doing Argentina last night. And he was like, the sound was all right, but tonight should be good. I was like, sort of like
should be good.
Shooting the shit with Mick Jagger, pretending that I'm doing stadiums like him every other night.
I would assume your mind almost goes blank and you're just saying to yourself, be cool, be cool, be cool. Don't say anything stupid.
Is there anyone you've met that you really have a tremendous amount of respect for that you lost your cool in front of? Because these guys are getting attention from everyone from the Stones and Guns N' Roses to Beyonce.
Right.
Are picking them to do shows.
Actually, I went to Maui for a while, for like a couple of weeks, and a producer that we works with Steven Tyler a lot. So he introduced us.
Steven's got a home in Maui.
Mm-hmm.
And I remember for the first time I was kind of like, really cool, and I sort of like kept it together. And then there was this one point we went for breakfast, and I'm sort of sat there and he's talking to me. I'm like, fucking hell, it's Steven Tyler. And I just started to sweat, like uncontrollably, like from my hands. And then I remember he was talking to me and I had these beads of sweat just coming down my face. I was like, oh my God. Proper lost it,
Yeah, he's pretty damn cool though.
I totally get that. When I opened the 2 shows for Motley Crue, I remember after the first night, I ran into Nikki Sixx in catering, and he said, "Hey, come over here and let's sit down and have some lunch, man." And I go, "All right," and I could feel my eyes getting bigger as I was talking to him, and he started to look at me like, what's going on with
this guy?
For a minute, I went from like, okay, how do I do the best set possible tonight to,
I'm a fanboy.
You're fucking Nikki Sixx. Like I just lost my shit. It was like everything just shy of just farting in front of him. I just lost my cool. 2 things. One of you guys made a flippant comment in an interview that you heard that Mick Jagger likes to brush his teeth listening to the Struts. Where did that comment come from?
I think that's just me chatting shit. I get very bored in interviews, and I tend to sort of like have verbal diarrhea sometimes and make stuff up because, like you said, you get bored of answering the same fucking questions all the time. So, and I have the right to kind of give stupid answers to silly questions. And, sometimes I just kind of like try and amuse myself.
Did we get the stupid answer today?
Well, no, you didn't. You get the
good.
And have any silly answers actually taken flight as the truth? If there's anything that was just a ridiculous answer that people go, "Oh, did you know that Luke?"
There's an advert coming out next year with Mick Jagger for Colgate.
Really?
Brushing his teeth to the Struts.
A good sync for it.
Hey, and one more thing. I know you guys, after this, are all going to go your separate ways and take a break for a little bit. You used to live together in a house for a couple years. What are you most grateful for that you're not going to have to go back to the same house and live with each other?
Wow.
Well, I mean, there's 4 guys in their early mid-20s. Yeah. I'm sure you can paint the picture.
Yeah. You can smell it. You can smell
the picture.
You can actually smell it.
It's a scratch and sniff picture.
Yeah.
Probably just having more room for your stuff.
Yeah, 3 cats as well.
Pretty nice.
Definitely weren't litter trained very well.
Yeah.
So
I want to say that anyone who doesn't know anything about this band, check these guys out. They're an amazing, and I have not been excited about new music in over 15 years. They are the real deal, and they're just a really cool fucking band.
Absolutely.
I was stoked to have you guys in. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thanks so much,
guys.
Really appreciate it.
It's the Struts.
Opie Radio is now over for now.
Over. Roger. Over.